up, you guys? Welcome back to Kenny Tarot YouTube channel. For those of you guys who have yet to subscribe, loser. Just kidding. No, but please do us an honor and favor if you have yet to subscribe to this channel, because you guys already know it helps this channel grow, and that's what we want. We want this family to get bigger and bigger, as big as we can, and reach and touch as many people as we can. But I hope that you guys are doing well. But let's get into it. Today's video topic I'm kind of excited for, because there's maybe 4 weeks left in this year, and I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of being broke. And I will not end 2022, mark my words, I will not end 2022 being in the same financial status that I am today. And I want the same for you guys as well. So with that being said, today's topic is entitled, what talent or gift of yours is meant to make you money? So I want to bring this, actually Spirit thought of this, and so I thought it was a great idea, because I want you guys to already have the idea of what to really focus on in 2022, so that you won't be lost, dazed, and confused, okay? And pockets empty. Okay, so with this reading, hopefully you'll be able to take it. Maybe it'll confirm some things for a lot of you guys. For a lot of other you guys, it will definitely be something, somewhat of an eye-opener. But basically, we're going to highlight something about you that was instilled in you in order to help you prosper in this 3D experience. So pay attention. This is a very important reading, you guys, and it's career related as well. So that's also something that's also a reason why I'm very excited for this, because I love career readings. But with that being said, let's get right into it. I know a lot of you guys just skipped the intro, which is perfectly fine, but check out these piles, you guys. We have pile number 1 with the Black Tourmaline. We also have pile number 2 with the Soul Delights. We also have pile number 3 with the Amethyst. Pile number 4 with the Clear Quartz Crystal. So with that being said, you guys, please choose with your gut and not your eyes, and I will catch you at your reading. What is up, pile number 1? This is for those that picked the Black Tourmaline Stone. We're about to find out what talent of yours is meant to make you money. All right, so let's get into the cards that they gave you. Are 6 of Pentacles. Okay, we also have the 7 of Cups in reverse. We also have 3 of Swords. We also have number 9, Solitude. This is the Hermit card. As soon as this card came up, I already knew what Spirit is trying to convey. We also have the Grail Knight. We also have number 7. This is personal growth. We have Acceptance. Beautiful imagery, beautiful cards, beautiful color. We also have Sapphire. We have the Talisman. Can y'all see that? And this card that we'll get into later. All right, pile number 1. I'm gonna tell you this, and I don't want you guys to automatically feel obligated to go to a certain type of field based off what Spirit is saying to you, because there's many ways to really facilitate this talent that they're about to describe into a career, you know what I mean? There's many avenues, there's many lanes that you could take. So try not to put yourself in a box, do something that feels very natural to you. But overall, the energy of pile number 1 for you guys is the talent is feeling very much like, one thing they really want to stress out for you is that you have a way with communicating, and you also have a way with emotions. Like, if there's an expert in emotions, I feel like it would be this group. And when I say expert, I mean how to deal with it, or how certain words can be said in order to get an interaction or a certain type of reaction. But overall, I get almost like when it comes to emotional intelligence, I feel like you could be considered somewhat of a genius here. I also get, like I said, they keep talking about the way with words, because when you speak, and I think people find it easy to really, either feel at ease, feel comfort, or feel, less confused at the end of it, because when you speak, it's you speaking, of course, it's your voice, but it's not necessarily your words, if that makes sense, because Spirit is speaking through you. This is a very connected group, but you're connected in by way of you receive downloads, and because of that, you will always know what to say. You will always have the right things to say, because Spirit will not allow you to fail in that department. That's really your biggest gift, your communication skills and your emotional intelligence. Let's begin. So we have the Six of Pentacles. I have to tell you, pile number one, your soul, and you may not feel like this as a person, but your soul is very like a very generous soul, very kind soul. This is really one of those rare type of souls in which I genuinely feel that that you really do enjoy helping people. Like, that's really what it comes down to. And I think that's who you've always been in any incarnation that you've been a part of. And so with the Six of Pentacles, for sure, this is giving well, first of all, they're highlighting who you are as a person, and who you are as a soul level, I'm sorry. And with this one, it really gives me the sense that a lot of you guys have the talent to really connect with people. And I almost feel like, even if let's just say that you got a degree in psychology or psychiatry or whatever the case may be, psychology probably. Let's just say if that's the case, even with your document of expertise, people still feel like they can connect with it. You know what I mean? There's a part of you that's relatable. There's a part of you that doesn't seem too far from reach, and there's a grounded energy with you as well. They're telling me that you're also the person that people call whenever they need help. You're also the person that people find security in. So, for example, if people feel like, if I don't have, immediate family or anybody that I can put on emergency contact, you're going to be the person that they put. And maybe you're the emergency contact for most people in your family. That's me, by the way. But, maybe you're that person. But overall, this card is really highlighting the almost pureness of your soul. And I think it's something that, it's not necessarily like a talent, but it's really who you are. And it's almost as if your career does not have anything to do with helping people, then I have to say that may not be the right career choice for you. Okay? Next card that we have is Seven of Cups in reverse. So this is about gaining clarity, giving people clarity, giving people understanding. Advice is what's coming through for sure. You are the go-to person that people can rely on if they need to hear the truth, or just messages in which they, maybe they weren't aware of. So yeah. And we also have this one, Three of Swords. Obviously, through the source does indicate sadness, sorrow, but once again, it's you alleviating this from people. Alleviating this type of pain. And it's not to say that you won't have any pain of your own, of course. And if that is the case, I definitely suggest, you also, seek any type of help if you need it. But for sure, for a lot of people, I think you are definitely the person that they call in order to feel better. So for a lot of you guys, you're going to find yourself being attracted to professions in the health industry, of course. And if it's like something to do with the government, like government work, it's going to be something that you're probably going to be one of the few ones that actually are genuine and not shady. But overall, yeah, it's helping people, alleviating pain, alleviating sorrow, giving them clarity. It's a lot of professions. They're bringing up health professionals, and obviously you could also be doing what I'm doing, but you don't have to. Like I said, it's really going to be depending on your personal interests. But like I said, if it has nothing to do with helping people in some way, shape, or form, then I have to say that you may need to reconsider a career path, because this is where you're going to find happiness. This is where you're going to find joy as well as money. The next card that we have is number 9. This is solitude. This is my Hermit card as well. Hermit card energy is usually spiritual advisor or some type of guide or some type of counselor, usually, when it comes to like a direct interpretation for a specific career profession. But overall, you're very wise. But like I said, I'm not saying that you're not intelligent on your own. In fact, this is what they're also saying, that you are intelligent. But like I said, when you speak, it's not only you. You know what I mean? It's really messages from the divine. Like, you literally get downloads. A lot of purple, a lot of blue here. So that's crown and throat chakra that they really want to emphasize here. And so you have to remember this, that is your gift. Gift of speaking, gift of communication, gift of connecting, gift of, wisdom as well. You definitely have the knack, even if you're not totally spiritual, but you will find yourself maybe even saying things that's like, I don't know where that came from, but I know it's true. I'm also getting like people who don't necessarily have the will to continue this experience. Maybe that's going to be something that you also can focus on. I'm also getting children as well. If there's, maybe dealing with children with some type of special need. Yeah. Next card that we have is the Grail Knight. I'm sorry if y'all can't see the words or anything like that. I'll read it to you anyways. The Grail Knight says, romance, illusion, seeking the sacred. This is very equivalent to the Knight of Cup in traditional tarot. And with this being said, they're truly emphasizing it's almost unreal, the kindness that I feel you show people. I almost feel like if it came down to it, you will willingly sacrifice yourself. I mean, I don't mean to make it that serious or get to that point, but I'm just saying, like, if it ever came down to it, and obviously depending on the person, I feel like you will happily sacrifice yourself for their well-being. Hopefully it never gets to that point, but you know what I mean. It's a kindness that isn't necessarily common in humanity. And I think that could be something that you are here to enlighten people and really be somewhat of a model or an example. And it's not to say that you're perfect, but I think everyone could take a little bit of who you are as a person and apply it to their own life. and I think the world will be a better place. Yeah. The next card that we have is number 7, personal growth, personal development. Once again, we're getting counselor, we're getting advisors. But I have to also say this as well. Have you ever noticed that sometimes when people are like great advisors, but a lot of times it's like, who's going to advise me? Because I don't know what the hell to do with my own life. So I just want to say that you have to also, if you're going to be like, this is who you are, right? On a soul level as well. I just want to make it a point to say that sometimes you can't be your own healer, sometimes you can't be your own advisor, sometimes you can't be your own counselor, and it's important that you also see, like, for example, I do tarot, I do energy read, I do all this, but typically I'm not doing that for myself, typically. There's very rare times that I do this for myself, but that's really not to get insight of who I am, it's really to speak to spirit. But I do have my own tarot reader that I go to. I do have, my own spiritual advisor that I go to. I'm not. So that's what I mean. So I really want you guys to realize that sometimes you may be all of this for everybody else, but you still need someone else to be that for you. If that makes sense, okay? But overall, personal growth is here to let you guys know that you are here to help people develop. And based off who you are on a soul level, this very kind, gentle spirit, and generous spirit, I think when people do interact with you, I think it's very natural for them to almost become almost like you. Not exactly like you, but just get some of that energy that you naturally possess. Like I said, everything that this is, like I said, you can find so many lanes that will help with this talent, or that could benefit from this talent, and you're actually doing good work too. Like, it's not just about money, I know, even though this is what the video is about, but you're actually doing, how they say, the Lord's work, God's work, God's plan. Like, yeah. Next card that we have is acceptance. And the card says, I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. This literally sounds like something I've heard from like a therapist, or from a someone I was trying to get advice from. But overall, I think I see people who pick this path who are going to help people be able to make transitions in life, because those are difficult to make, especially from transitioning from one career to another, or even people who are still processing a huge change, whether it's a death or some health issues, or maybe there's been a change in relationships. This is something that you will naturally be able to handle. This is one of those cases where when you align to who you are, you're on a soul level, and to this is your purpose as well, I have to say, money is going to follow naturally. So this is guaranteed success as well. Next card that we have is Sapphire, and the card says easy does it, which says your health, happiness, and abundance require a gentle approach to life and work. Love that. Perfect. They're also showing me the Six of Swords. So if you guys don't remember, Six of Swords is really someone on a boat who is kind of leading people, or leading a person back to calmer waters. And so I don't know what else to say, pile number one, besides what I've already been saying. Essentially, in its core, your gift is really being a guide for other people, and really being somewhat of a source that people can really utilize in a positive way, and also learn from. But overall, this card's explaining how you know how to handle what may come at you. Like, for example, when it comes to emotions, when it comes to a lot of other issues that humans face, you are kind of the go-to. And it's really not something that you need to go to school for, but you probably would anyways, just to get the credentials, so that people can sometimes be like, okay, well, you have the credentials, so I'm gonna go, which I get it. But with you, like I said, this is a natural talent. This is a natural gift, and you don't necessarily need credentials. You can literally do this on your own. But like I said, sometimes it's important to have a credential, just for people to be a little bit more comfortable in your hands. But overall, but then again, if you're a doctor, if this is like a doctor's, get that damn credential. Don't play it. Do not get it online. Do not go to University of Phoenix. It's no shade to the University of Phoenix, but it's like, if I get a doctor who tells me they graduated online at DeVry, I'm running. The next card that we have is Talisman. And the card says, you are destined to succeed. Because like I said, or like they said, this is natural. It comes naturally to you. And if what you're doing for work doesn't feel natural, doesn't feel as natural as breathing, then that could also be a sign that that may not necessarily be for you. It's almost as if helping people gives your soul sustenance, if that makes sense. And your career has to be that as well. And if you do follow a path with that premise, Spirit or universe is going to bless you financially. So this card is here to let you know, like, please don't worry about money. This is not what's important in this case, because this is going to come regardless. Okay? Now the last card we have is dun, dun, dun. I love this moment. This is a surprise for both you and I. Which is 4-leaf clover. Great good fortune. Once again, they want to reiterate, because a lot of you guys didn't hear. For the people in the back, this career field or this type of energy can make you a lot of money, okay? And you will actually find great success with you. So I don't know what lane you guys are currently. Maybe you guys say it in the comments, but it's Spirit is saying that they're not going to allow anybody to sabotage you. I'm not sure what they meant by that, but I believe essentially they won't allow you to fail. Financially is what I'm talking about, because you're going to be a success as far as fulfillment goes, but we're talking about finances. We're talking about money here, and they're not going to allow you to fail on that. So, pile number one, I hope that it rang true for you, and I hope that it wasn't. I feel like for you guys, it's more so confirmation, and maybe you just needed this video to give you that extra push, and hopefully that's what it did. But this is definitely a lucrative type of field. Helping people is always going to be lucrative, It's just about finding where you fit. And hopefully in 2022, you'll be able to do that. And yeah, so with that being said, thank you guys so much for joining me. If you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But other than that, I will catch you guys next time. Bye. What is up? Pile number 2. This is for those who picked the Sol Delight Stone. We're about to find out what talent of yours is meant to make you money. The cards that they gave us are the Ace of Cups in reverse. We also have the Ace of Wands. We also have the King of Wands. We also have number 4, Heart Chakra. We have the Wind Fairy. The fact that I'm using all shiny cards and the light is reflecting on it, I do apologize for that. We have number 77, Spirituality. We have Balance. We have Clear Quartz. I'm already liking this energy, I'm not gonna hold you. We have the Shield. And this card that we get into later. Pile number 2. So funny because they're making me say this, so I'm gonna say it. If you're broke right now, there's definitely like a glitch in the system. There's definitely something that should, like, you're not supposed to be broke is what they're saying. If you are broke. But if you just want to make more money, then perfect. But it's like saying, like, there's no reason why you should be broke. Because the gift that you have is almost literally meant to make money. Like, its sole purpose is to make money. So, if you are broke and you pick this pile, then listen carefully, because 2022, it's time to change this, okay? This group right here, I have to tell you, it's very heavy in the entrepreneurial type of field. And if not entrepreneurial field, it's more so you're the idea person or you're the brains of the operation. I'm also getting leadership. I'm also getting someone who. The thing is, when they're saying brains of the operation, things like that, I'm getting like, you know what it takes to make money. You also know what trends are going to pop off. You know what's going to be popular. Like, you have great business instinct. And Spirit is almost like, why are you broke? Like I said, you don't have to be broke. I'm just making an example to say that Spirit's almost like you were literally you literally have the talent to make money, and yet you haven't utilized it. So it's almost like if you're broke, it's kind of on you. But because your creativity is on another level. You're innovative. You have ideas. You can pop a great idea in your sleep, where other people takes maybe weeks or months to cultivate that idea. I'm also getting, you know what's trending, you know what's going to be popular, you know what's going to sell. And on top of that, I'm also getting someone who's very objective, someone who it's almost like, yo, you're the epitome, you're the personification of the saying, it's just business. That's what they're making me feel. So let's dive deeper into this. Pile number 2. The first card that we have is the Ace of Cups in reverse. Now, I would have to say this. Now, you may not be that much of an emotional person, and this is one of the cases, and that was kind of that's part of who you are, but it's like people may find that to be a negative, but this is why it's going to be a positive. It's because you know how to not be emotionally involved when it comes to like, making money. Like that's first and foremost is what they're saying. And also it's kind of like also you know how sometimes people who are in the business of selling things, they don't ever eat their own products, or they don't never consume or use their own products, something like that, because making money is way more important than wasting that product on themselves when it could be used to make money, Like I'm getting that type of mentality, and it's not a bad thing. And I know some people on this earth will be like, look at you that way, but it's really not a bad thing. But here's what I'm also getting with the Ace of Cups in reverse. It's like you really could go in many lanes with this gift of yours, obviously, but it does seem Spirit is really trying to get your attention to one specific field. In fact, I do feel like when it's all said and done, you're going to have your name attached to a lot of businesses. You're going to have your hands in a lot of businesses. And that's something that you cannot help. That's just who you are. And that's a great thing. And so, with that being said, like I said, I do feel like Spirit is still wanting you to give some attention to one specific lane. And I do believe it's spiritual based. But I also feel like there's an emphasis on people who feel hurt, or who feel betrayed, or who feel sad, there's an emphasis on relationships, and whether it's platonic or romantic, and really helping people move forward through that. Okay? But I'm not really getting, like, it's the weirdest thing, because I'm getting like, okay, emotions, not emotions, emotions, not emotions, not emotions, not emotions. So it could emphasize that you, ironically, may not be the most emotional person, but you are the best when it comes to maybe creating a business, dealing with people who are trying to deal with their emotions. Does that make sense? Because like I said, you know how to look at things objectively to where people can get the absolute truth. But once again, like I said, you can be in multiple lanes if you want. And I think Spirit knows that you will be in multiple lanes. But they still are going to remind you of the lane that they find to be the most urgent, right? So, the next card that we have is Ace of Wands. This is great. Great. I love this. Ace of Wands. New opportunities. This is creativity. This is inspiration. You're meant to inspire people in some way, shape, or form. Also, I'm almost getting like for others of you guys, you could also be, this probably won't happen until further down in your journey, but you could also be one of those people who have TED Talks because you're so successful that people want to know, how can I be more successful, or how can I be as successful as you? But you're also meant to be somewhat of an inspiration. But overall, this speaks about creativity. This also speaks about innovation. And then once again, there's going to be many doors of opportunities that you are going to walk through in this life. And I see that you're going to be, it's like, it really doesn't matter whether or not this thing becomes the biggest success, or this thing that I'm involved with becomes the biggest success, because it's almost like accumulation will make you very rich as well. But I do find like you're going to have a knack to know what's going to be very successful. This is new, fresh ideas. This is, once again, keeping up with the trends, knowing what trends are going to be popular, knowing what's going to sell, being creative. Also, everything that you're doing is going to be new. This is also like niche as well, which is also a great thing to incorporate when it comes to business. Like if you're doing something that only you are doing and only you can provide, it's very niche, then obviously you're going to be a success. The King of Wands. Now, obviously you don't have to be a male, but this card indicates that, sorry if y'all hear noise, that's literally my family outside of this door speaking, knowing damn well I'm recording, but nonetheless. We have the King of Wands. It doesn't matter what gender you are, it doesn't matter who you identify as. This is the entrepreneur. This is who I identify as the entrepreneur. This is the leader. This is the trailblazer. This is the headliner. This is the creative. This is the innovator. This is the inventor. So, what you're meant to be doing is a lot of new things, a lot of things that maybe have yet to be done before or has yet to become a business. But yeah, the King of Wands is new, fresh ideas, creative ideas, and you can look at something and be like, yo, how can I make this a business? How can I make this popular? How can this gain attention so that we can make money? You're the person to go to with those ideas. So naturally, I'm getting the marketing. I'm also getting publicists. I'm also getting someone who could be somewhat of a manager or lead, and I'm definitely getting CEO for some of you guys who want to take that route as well. We also got heart chakra. Once again, there's an emphasis on emotion. So I feel like, once again, I get the dichotomy that you are not that emotional, and so you could be helping people with an objective type of perspective, helping people get through their own emotions, and there could be a business based off that, or maybe you have your own, sanctuary or center. And I also have to say this: you may not be spiritual, but you may know how to make money within the spirituality community, if that makes sense. Okay? Yeah. Here we go. The Wind Fairy. The Wind Fairy says thoughts, words, intellectual analysis. So once again, I'm getting maybe once again, it's all this. It's not to say that you don't have any heart or any emotions, but it's just a very business and very focused on business type of perspective that I feel like you have. And if you don't have that now, it's something that will naturally be your more dominant personality when it comes to business. Let's get into this really quick. Spirituality, number 77. Now this, I'm gonna need y'all to listen to me really quick, because they're saying this. You don't have to be spiritual in order to make money through spirituality. Let me repeat that again. You don't have to be spiritual in order to make money through spirituality. Now let me explain. For example, let's just say that this meant that you're a manager of an agency and you wanted to represent me as a spiritual person, I guess. And that's how you would do it. I almost feel like you could be part of the background. Like, you don't have to be the face of your company, but you're definitely going to be the brains of the operation. You're definitely going to be these strategists, and you're definitely going to be the one to be like, yo, this is what you do. This is how you do it. We're going to do this first. Like, that's who I see you as. You give impeccable directions because you have impeccable insight. So like I said, there is a spot for you when it comes to the spirituality. Like, for example, it's becoming very mainstream at this very moment, and it's not a bad thing, but it's becoming very popular, and Spirit is almost like trying to nudge you, like, yo, do it, it's time. So you really could be one of those people who could have a spirituality business, and I feel like you're going to be partnering up with people who actually are who are actually doing it, but you're just going to handle the business side of it, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's that card. So there is a lane for you. There is a spot that Spirit really wants you to acknowledge and know that there's money to be made in spirituality, but you don't have to be psychic. You don't have to be spiritual at all. You just have to be a great business person, which you are. Balance. Yeah, you're going to be the person that reels people in. You know what I mean? Like my type of personality, my type of brain. That's not me. I can't look at something, and I probably could, it's to some extent, but I'm no expert like you when it comes to the business part of growing a business. You know what I mean? That business side. I'm just the talent. But talent needs someone like you to guide and to know what's going to be or what should be focused in order to maximize the revenue. So I may be out of my, not in my head. You're someone I'm this person who's always in my head, like, or may have my heads in the clouds. You're the person who's very grounded. This grounded energy right here. So you're going to be the balance that people need in order to have a successful business. This could also be like a lawyer. This could also be like an investor. But of course you need money to do that. But overall, I just see someone who's going to be very focused on how does this make money. Like, I can have I can bring you an idea, but the way that you look at the idea is more so like, okay, I hear the idea, but how does it make money? How can this be profitable? That's what you're thinking. And we need people like that. Anybody needs people like that. Like, people will be blessed to have that in their corner, because this is how you become successful, especially if you're doing like entrepreneur or trying to create a business. But this could also, you can really fit in a traditional sense, like I've already mentioned. The next card that we have is Clear Quartz. And it says, let yourself feel all your emotions. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important message and guidance. I really feel like the next business opportunity for you is going to be something to do with spirituality, but also an emphasis on relationships or the people trying to process their emotions through a change of a very significant relationship. So that would be, in a sense, counseling or something of that nature, or just really getting centered. So overall, you don't have to know anything about that. Your expertise is going to come from, your expertise is really for the 3D experience. It's literally for the 3D experience. So know that, okay? Yeah, they keep saying you don't have to be psychic, you don't have to be, spiritual in order to benefit from spirituality. Now, it may not necessarily be the most politically correct thing to say, like people may feel some type of way, but this is just your talent. You have a knack for this, and you will have other people in your vicinity who will handle the other portion of it, like being the talent. Okay. Next card that we have is the Shield, and it says you are safe from harm. Once again, I almost getting like some type of safe haven, some type of sanctuary, or some type of center, and it's very spiritual based. Or if it's not an actual center, it could be like something of that nature, like something that's held online. But yeah, I almost feel like you're going to be providing or helping a business thrive, and this business could be focused on spirituality, but not only spirituality, but relationships and emotions, and creating somewhat of a safe haven for people. You may be in charge of a plethora of spiritual advisors, and you just own the company. You know what I mean? The last card that we have is Wheel. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Now, what's funny about this is that when they show this card, embarrassing. They showed a picture of myself. So what I'm getting is that people need you. People need you to really set them straight on the course, on the path, because it's one thing to maybe have a business idea, right? But it's another thing to actually execute it in a way to where it's actually successful. And that's where you come in. So there could be also a pre-existing business or a pre-existing company that's missing a few components and elements, and only you can provide that, and you'll be paid well for that type of knowledge and the type of wisdom and instinct. That was effed up, spiritual, because I've never got that before, where they just show a picture of me. I'm like, really, y'all? Either way, I love this pile. Pile number 2. This is probably going to be my favorite pile, because you're so necessary, like, for real. And like I said, I do see you having your hands in a lot of other businesses. And if I have to put an umbrella, I guess the talent would be business instinct, great business insight, creativity, innovation. You could be a great inventor. You can create a product and be on Shark Tank, and I think they will invest in you for whatever idea that you have. You could be a business advisor. But as I stated before, their spirit is kind of really steering you to the world of spirituality, because there's something there for you. There's money to be made for you there. Okay? So with that being said, pile number 2, I hope that you enjoyed this. I did. If you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because you know that helps the channel. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Bye. What is up? Pile number 3. This is for those who picked the amethyst stone. We're about to find out what talent of yours is meant to make you money. The cards that they gave us are the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Death card, we also have number 17. This is Hope. Why is it not coming to me? This is a Star card. My favorite card, but this is Hope. We got death again. We also have number 96, forgiveness. This is also number 46, by the way, but we have number 96, forgiveness. We have another form of death, which is change. We also have citrine. We have the wolf. And this card that we'll get into later. The first thing that they said was that you're going to change people's lives. You're going to change people's lives. And I know you're probably wondering, like, what? Like, how? And the other weird thing that I'm getting is this pile is a peculiar one, because the idea for this reading was to really connect with those who maybe are having trouble financially. But for some strange reason, I don't get the sense that you are one of those people who are having trouble. Now, of course, I could be wrong. It's not for everyone, but I feel like for a lot of people who picked this pile, it's not a matter of how can I make money. It's a matter of how can I make more money, really. And so, what you're going to do specifically is entirely up to you. But you're going to have some type of impact. So, like, for example, you could be an entrepreneur who became very successful. As a result, you were inspired to help those who aren't successful become successful. Like, that's the type of thing I'm getting. I'm also getting, I know we haven't really dived into the cards, but I'm also getting investor or like financial advisor. But the point is, I get the sense that you kind of already have the knowledge, the know-how to become successful. Is what they're telling me. But like I said, you don't have to be rich. You don't have to necessarily know what, or necessarily have a loaded bank account at the very moment. But it's almost as if you already know, and part of your goal or part of your almost purpose is to help other people really excel monetarily. But of course, if you are going to help others, that implies that you would already be successful yourself. It's a weird one, this pile. But let's begin. We have number 1, the first card of the reading, which is number 9. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. There's a lot of energy about people who are not financially independent. People who are not financially independent. People who don't necessarily know how to be successful. It's like they're playing a phrase in my head. They're saying, don't make money, have money make money for you, or something like that, to where you don't work hard in order to be rich or in order to be successful. Like, I feel like you're going to really unlock a almost cheat code, it feels, to where it's like the secret. You've unlocked the code to where you can make almost anything a success, right? That's what I'm getting. And the reason why you were bestowed this gift is because you are meant to help other people overcome whatever financial hurdles that they may be going through, so they can also be a success as well. But like I said, the universe is not going to allow you to be in that type of position without making you the example first. So they're going to make sure that you're successful, which is why I'm getting like a lot of you guys could already be successful and maybe looking for other routes to take in order to make more money, and this is the route. I mean, who's to say? You may be one of those sharks on Shark Tanks that's looking to invest. You're going to live a comfortable life in which you find it easy to make money, and this is the type of knowledge that you're going to bestow on others. We also have the Ace of Pentacles. This is about finding an opportunity to make money out of anything. This is about having the golden touch, the Midas touch. Not everyone has this gift. Financial security is something that you will help people to achieve in some way, shape, or form. It's like I'm already successful, but I'm gonna help you become successful, and then we all gonna make money. Like, it's like that. It's a win-win in everything that you're going to put your efforts and time in. We have the Death card, which I love. I actually really do like the Death card. Of course, it gets a bad rap, but I especially love it in this context because the way that you're going to impact people's lives is going to be monumental. This is irreversible changes. This is people who maybe they always been, financially dependent on other people. But with your involvement, they no longer stress about money anymore. It could be as simple as you investing $5,000 or some other amount that you may consider to be minimal. It could be as simple as that for you, but for them, it's life-changing. We're talking about life-changing impact that you're going to have. And it has to do with helping others become successful. But like I said, this could be anything. This could be, you can fall into any lane with this type of umbrella. But like I said, they're telling me that it's either you're already successful or you're going to, by the time this becomes an option for you, you're already going to be successful because the universe is going to make it to where you're an example that people will follow. Like, you live the example, People stressing about money, people who can't fall asleep. I'm getting like, for example, like I can see you're going to be the catalyst to a lot of people's success stories. Like, for example, people who, I can see someone being, I lost my jobs, my business wasn't going anywhere, I, got my car repoed, I lost my house, and then I met pile number 3. And pile number 3 taught me how to navigate through life to where anything could become a business opportunity. And it was just about me matching my interests to that, and voila. That's just a sample success story, but I feel like that's what's going to happen. For the very few of you guys, this could be like a non-profit organization where you help people, but I really get the sense that it's profit for the most of you guys. Obviously, like it's about making money, and that could be literally all that you want to do, but Spirit is wanting to make you aware of what type of impact you're going to have, regardless. Yeah. This is the Star card. and it's hope. This is about, I see people crying. I see people who can't really find the will to live because of money issues. And you hear these stories and you get inspired to invest. I get someone who is not going to just invest in anyone though, or who's really going to be involved with just anyone, just people who are really about that, like who's really serious, and people who really want to make a significant change in their financial life. Like you're going to instill, and I don't even feel like you have to even try. It's just that you being you, and you maybe providing, let's just say, financial support to someone, or you providing business knowledge. It's going to do wonders for them. It's going to make them feel like they can achieve anything and everything. You're going to come across a lot of people who are in need of this type of help. And of course with that, there's going to be people who are also going to be trying to take advantage of you. But they're showing me, as soon as I said that, they're showing me the Queen of Swords. So you're going to be able to decipher who's really, the true. Like I said, it's not, the reason why this is a little bit peculiar is because they're not necessarily highlighting what you're going to do professionally that would lend you to have all this money or the assets to even help other people become successful. They're not really shedding light on that. But the point is, that is a part of your gift, because you're going to find it easy to make money in some form, in some lane. And the true gift, I guess, would be you being able to bestow this knowledge and see other people become successful due to your help. Once again, death card. There's a lot of people who feel like their life is over because they don't have money. And that's a normal feeling. It's not, that's something that it shouldn't be shamed for, because we are in this 3D experience, and this is something that, we all have to live and overcome. And you're kind of going to be like, almost like an angel of finances for them. I've never even used those words like that, but that's a great way to put it. Spirit, I'm giving them all the credit. An angel of finances. An angel of wealth. Generous spirit, but it's like, I'm generous, but don't get it effed up. Don't cross me. Do not try to take advantage of me. But overall, once again, we have Death card, which indicates huge change. This is life-changing. This is permanent change, meaning once you touch their lives in the way that you are, they're never going back. They're never going back. They're never going back to broke. You're going to give a lot of people new beginnings. Number 96, I'm sorry. This is forgiveness. I'm getting that a lot of you guys have tried, or maybe are going to be put on a path to where you are going to come across people who may take advantage of you. And because of that, you may become selective, which, that's a lesson. That's maybe a hard lesson to learn, but the result is probably something that you do need, is boundaries, and is a sense of discernment, A lot of people feel like giving up. They keep showing me like how people are going to be before they meet you and then after they meet you. It's night and day. It's thunderstorms, tornadoes, and then when you come into the picture, it's sunshines and rainbows. But I do feel like you may have a generous spirit, and of course, when you do have that, it tends to attract people who are not worthy of your generosity. So that's why I'm like, I kind of feel like a lot of you guys are going to be very selective who you choose, but that's not the point. The point is, when you do choose, it makes huge impact, you know, on a positive impact on their finances. So essentially, you're going to help people make money, but they're not necessarily saying how you're going to make money or how you come to be successful. They're not necessarily highlighting that, even though it's more so like your story is, how can I make more money? And this is going to be by investing, by, you know, advising. But we do have change. Once again, this is also the equivalent of the death cards that we also receive. It's the impact that you're going to have. Like I said, I can see a lot of people thanking you or feeling like they are indebted to you. A lot of people who feel like they owe you for this success. This is pretty much what you would want, you know, if you're a generous person, and this would be the equivalent of, you know, when you give, the universe gives you 10 times back, you know, like that. You'll be able to see that happen quite often when you do this. Because in your own way, you're still pushing the universe's agenda forward when it comes to love and togetherness, and you're doing just that in your own way. Next card that we have is citrine, and it says unnecessary worries. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing, and solutions. Once again, you're a problem solver. You're someone who is going to allow people to feel secure because of your help. Now, the other idea that came across is that I don't know why they're telling me fireman or firefighter, whether it's, but basically it could be a profession in which you literally make people feel secure or safe. But I definitely get the bigger sense of the word. And maybe that could be the case for you, but I get the sense that you're going to help people become more successful. And by that, you're also going to become more successful. It's going to be like a beautiful chain reaction. And this is essentially how rich people get more rich. You know, they invest. And they don't invest in just anything. But I also get this card as saying that you are someone with a very heightened intuition for this, to where you don't have to worry. Like when you invest in something, you don't have to worry that it's going to be a success, because you already know, because you have developed either a portfolio or a pedigree in investing in things that you know that eventually do become success. So, baby. Next card that we have is the wolf. And it says, beware who you trust. Once again, there's an underlying theme of setting boundaries and really making sure that the people that you get involved with have pure intentions. And that could also indicate that, because like I said, I do feel like there's a generous spirit in within you guys in pile number 3, and that's going to naturally attract people who don't deserve it. And I think you learn from that. That's a lesson that you learn. And because of that, you decided to help those who deserve it. Now, this may be something that may not be what's happening now. This may be something that may happen further down in your life. But just know that this is a talent of yours. A talent really is, you have great business sense and you know what's going to make money. And that could be applied to anything in your life. Okay? You know what's going, they're saying that you have the Midas touch, like, kind of like this image. This is yours, but envision that this hand is yours. The last card that we have is, of course, purse. Pay attention to your finances. Of course. Heavy emphasis on almost like being selective, who you choose to invest in and who you choose to. So I guess that's something that you also, Spirit wants to also make sure that you remember, that not everyone is really deserving of your help. And I it's not to say that, okay. What you don't want is to put yourself in a place where you feel so burned by people maybe taking advantage of you that you don't want to help anyone at all. That's not what Spirit wants you to do. But it still is important to have healthy boundaries, especially if you are someone who has a lot of money. Okay? You're going to find a lot of people who come across who are not worthy investing in. And this goes for money and your time. So remember that. Okay? So pile number 3, I love this pile. This is one of my favorites too. I hope that you enjoyed it and I hope that it resonate. Like I said, for some of you guys, this is not something this is like maybe future. But the talent is still in you now. So remember the talent and see how you can navigate your own life so that you can actually get to that point where you have enough money. And now let me try to help other people make money, Yeah. So, thank you guys so much. If you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because it helps the channel grow. But other than that, I will catch you guys next time. Bye. What is up, pile number 4? This is for those who picked the clear quartz crystal. We're about to find out what talent of yours is meant to make money. The cards that they gave us are the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, we also have the 2 of Cups in reverse. We also have the 10 of Cups in reverse. We have number 5, Wisdom. This is also the Hierophant. Kind of know where this is going. We have the Stag, Pride in Leadership, it says. Number 41, Self-Discipline. We also have Patience. We have Titanium Rainbow Quartz, multifaceted. We also have Medusa. And this last card I will get into later. Okay, so pile number 4. I feel like whatever I'm about to tell you is not new to you. I feel like this is something that you maybe already been actively doing already. I think you're aware of this part about you, and this is more so confirmation that you're on the right path for a lot of you guys. But for others of you guys, it still may be new news. Okay. Overall, though, the talent here is it's a form of leadership, and it's a form of guidance. It's a form of, being an advisor. But the specific niche is helping people overcome obstacles as well, from financials and also relationships. And I also feel like you're going to help them achieve stability, but we're not only talking about financial stability, we're talking about mental stability, we're talking about emotional stability as well. And for the most part, I don't think a lot of you guys really have to be like, yo, okay, I'm a guru. It feels very guru-ish, like it feels very monkish, but you don't necessarily have to be that. But I almost feel like a lot of what you're going to be doing and saying is coming from a specific doctrine or a specific belief that you have. Okay? Now, you could be religious, or you could just be spiritual, or you could just believe in some type of manifesto that you found. I don't know. But yeah, I do feel like there's something that you are following, whether it's coming from a book or something like that, and that's something that you really hold dear. Now, like I said, you don't necessarily have to be specifically like, you don't have to literally be like, yo, I'm a monk, I'm a guru, this is what I do. Like, your whole life doesn't have to be about that, but I kind of feel like that's something that you value, and it's going to come through in whatever you pursue. And because of that, it's going to make you a lot of money. That's what's going to set you apart. But I also find that you're unique, like, and people are going to gravitate towards you naturally as well. I'm getting very influencer, social media as well. Social media, I feel like that's going to be a big platform for you. But yeah, somewhat of an influencer. I do see a following, and not only do I see a following, I feel like that's what you want. That's what you want. But I don't care if it's coming from a place of, that's from a place of ego, or that's just something that you're naturally drawn to. I don't care. But this is a desire of yours, and the universe is like, okay, we'll give you that. The universe has already signed off on this. So if you are currently doing this, you have yet to see that, just know that it's on its way. It's coming to keep on this path. Let's begin though. We have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Once again, I'm getting overcoming obstacles. I'm getting, for the helping people, for those of you guys, you're going to be like, for some reason, your story is going to resonate with a lot of people, whatever your story may be. But I feel like the story may be like, started from the bottom, now we're here, or I came from nothing, but now where I'm at, rags to riches, that type of things. But people are going to be inspired by that. Okay. Two of Cups, and also 10 of Cups. These both of these cards does indicate for me people who are struggling with issues in love, issues in relationships, whether it's platonic or romantic. People who are trying to navigate through life single, maybe after a long years of marriage. People who are trying to navigate life, maybe who has been single for a very long time, and learning how to be comfortable in the company of your own. People who could be dealing with, maybe you could have somewhat of a platform that have an emphasis on family. There's a lot of family channels like on YouTube that are very popular. So a lot of them are popular because of drama, but nonetheless, it's a very popular lane to take. They're showing me the Hermit card. I feel like whatever this is, there's a hint of spirituality here. There's like an underlining, like maybe you have a platform where you just focus on manifestation, and that's something that you are affirmations. There's an underlining theme of spirituality. That's the base. And once again, they're showing me like social media may be something that you are already interested in. I do feel like for some of you guys, this is something that you're already doing, or something that you have already thought about doing. And once again, this is just confirmation that you are doing the right thing, despite what level you may be at or what type of success that you currently have. Despite that, the point is you are on the right path. And this group in particular, I do see you having a huge following. A huge following. And like I said, if you're not experiencing that yet, just know that this is something that's already ordained for you in the future. Number 5, wisdom. This is also the Hierophant. It's leadership. It's, think of a shepherd who has a flock of sheep. With no disrespect to your future followers, but I'm just saying, like, it's that type of effect that you're going to have. And that's no coincidence. Natural leader. They keep, this is a huge wish of yours, actually. They're saying there's a huge wish of yours to have a following, have this type of success in which people revere you and people maybe love you and adore you. So just so you know, there is a lot of lanes that kind of sound like that, whether it could be like a celebrity of some sort, an artist, a magician, whatever. But with you, I do feel like there's going to be a level of fame or a level of popularity that's going to come with this. Next card we have is the Stag. This is pride in leadership. Once again, I'm getting But here's the thing. I think one thing that you're going to struggle with, and maybe you already been struggling with, is that this is a natural talent of yours, leadership. But I feel like what you're going to be doing, I think a lot of you guys are going to do it initially for the money and money only. And it's not to say that you're not genuine in doing what you're doing, but the thing is, especially if you're doing something that I've already described just now, like especially like social media, influencer, things like that, those take a lot of time in order to garner revenue. Those take a lot of time. Of course, there's exceptions of overnight type of success, but for some reason they want me to tell you that the focus can't just only be money. And I think that's also, they're also saying that because this is one of those success stories that's going to take some time to actually get to that point, to where you know that you're going to, to where you know that you're meant to be at, I like this picture because the stag is on top of what appears to be like a mountain or just some type of huge cliff, which is a plateau that you're going to be on. I see people putting you on like a pedestal. I see people adoring you, or at least revering you or respecting you in a way to where they listen to what you have to say. They follow what you have to say. But as I stated before, if it's in fact simply become an influencer or some type of social media presence or personality, they want me to really emphasize that, you can't just be doing it for the money. Yes, money is something that you hope to achieve, and this is what the theme is about, but you have to really love what you're doing if you want to make money in a way where it's not in a traditional sense, right? You have to love something about it. So that may be something that you still need to discover, or that you will discover, but I think there's a particular niche that you will find that is of interest to you, and once you find that, baby. Next card that we have is self-discipline. I find this to be a virtue, actually. I find it to be a virtue. Learning to not have too much or not do too much or not do too less, like to achieve some type of balance, this is self-discipline. It's a virtue. And I think with you, in some way, shape, or form, you're going to somehow implement that in your, they're making me say teachings. So, just to list a few, there's a few occupations that's coming to mind, such as besides social media influencers or some type of YouTuber or some type of personality in that sense. For some of you, this is advisor, counselors, and this could even be a financial advisor. I'm also getting like someone who works like at who has like a rehab center or like some type of asylum or sanctuary for people of a specific case. But I feel like that's something that's going to be something that you tell people or teach people. And also teacher as well. But yeah. Next part that we have is patience. Why do I really feel that some of you guys who watch this may specialize like in manifestation or something? Because manifestation is something that's very popular. I don't really use TikTok anymore, even though I have a TikTok, and I try to be one of those kids that are so into TikTok, but it's not for me. I don't think. I might step back into it, but the point is, if you go on TikTok, you're gonna find a lot of this manifestation stuff. And I know a little bit about manifestation as well, but my point is, I think self-discipline and patience go hand in hand with manifestation. You have to have achieved those two things in order to be a great manifester. So like I said, this could literally be a part of your doctorate, and this is something that you make popular or even more popular, and it's something different in the way that you maybe express it or how you do it, and maybe you have examples like, yo, this is what worked for me. Something different, and that's what's going to stand you apart from everyone else doing it. Because I feel like what you're doing is very popular. What you're doing, and like I said, it doesn't have to be social media or anything like this. That's just something that they really are screaming out loudly. But I feel like whatever you're going to be doing, a lot of other people are going to be doing. And you're going to discover what is it about you that's different. And I feel like what you may have an emphasis on a particular aspect of life, whether it's finances or love life or relationships, or you could be someone who really follows some type of guidelines or book, and this is how you springboard a new business. Maybe you're writing your own book. How to get rich quick. I don't know, but like I said, whatever it is, you're going to have a following. People are going to know who you are. People are going to respect you. Titanium rainbow quartz. I actually never seen that in real life, like an actual crystal of that name, but this card, it actually sounds beautiful, to be honest. So I'm probably going to Google that after this. But this is multifaceted. And it reads, there are many layers and dimensions to the situation or person you're asking about. Perfect. This is basically saying that although maybe the premise of what has already been said will always be the same and unchanging, and the results will always be the same and unchanging, but how you go about it is completely up to you. Spirit's kind of giving you like free reign to really discover this on your own, on how you fit. And I believe they gave you some hints on how to go about that, because it's about setting yourself apart and being authentic to that, being authentic to who you are. But they're giving you so many lanes are open to you. And it's about choosing which one is right for you. Some of you guys are going to choose to become a singer, dancer, artist, writer, social media influencer. But they will all have the same result, which is a following in which you are inspiring people, instilling hope into people, and also people are going to love you and revere you. This is a great wish of yours. They're saying it's a great wish of yours. And it's no coincidence as to why that is. This is part of the reason as to why you came here. Okay? Now let's get into this. This is where we're going to have to, I'm gonna have to be a little bit serious. I mean, I've been serious this whole entire time, but for real. This is Medusa. The card says jealousy leads to downfall. Now, if you're familiar with Medusa like I am, as far as like the lore, I find Medusa to be a victim, to be quite honest. However, that's not how it's depicted here. What's depicted here is being envy. Now, I have to tell you, when it comes to doing something, when it comes to doing something that a lot of other people are doing, people tend to compare themselves to others, and you'll never win that way. It will never feel good when you do that. So that's going to be a challenge for you, and it's going to be a challenge in which I see you overcoming though. Like, just know that whatever that wish of you being, on a pedestal, or you, like, I'm really trying, because I know it's not coming from an ego place, but even if it is, who cares, to be honest. You be on the pedestal, and you maybe being adored or maybe revered by people, that wish of yours is ordained for you. It's going to be granted for you. They already said it's already granted for you. And along with that also comes a lot of money, of course. But the path, the road to that may not be the easiest. So this is a little, advice that Spirit is giving you, that you can't try to compare yourself. But then again, you're human. So even if you do, it doesn't make you a loser. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just makes you human. But just know that yours is coming. Okay? So try not to compare what others have, because what you got or what you guys come to is yours. That's theirs. You got something else coming for you. They really want to encourage you. They really want to encourage you. Because this path, it seems like it's not an easy one to take. And as I stated before, a lot of people are taking it, but it's not easy to become a success in this path. And they're giving you strength. They're giving you encouragement to press on. The last card that we have is this is Casket. Someone going out of your life or the end of the situation. So for you guys, I don't want to scare you guys. I really don't. But okay, so I'm gonna say this. There's two messages that they're giving me. I don't want to scare you guys though, but they did show me like the image of the Tower card. If you are not Okay. If you already have been doing this, and this is just confirmation, there is going to be something that happens. Divine intervention is going to step in. The divine is going to step into where something is going to shake up. And it's going to allow you to finally be on the path to success. Now, what's going to shake up, I don't know. But I'm going to give you examples of what could be. Like, for example, everything that's been explained today does sound a little bit entrepreneurship for a lot of you guys. So maybe for some of you guys have been working a traditional job, and Spirit has been trying to nudge you to be in this field. So a lot of times the universe will take something away. This could be your job, so that you have no other choice but to focus on this. It doesn't necessarily have to be intense or unpleasant to go through, but it's really like divine intervention. Like, yo, okay, now I gotta, like, God is like, yo, I gotta step in now because I gotta make sure that this actually happens. And a lot of times it doesn't necessarily have, there's no discrimination of who it affects, you know what I mean? But the point is, it's going to be for your betterment. The other example that I'm getting is that for others, you guys, if you've already been doing this, there is going to be some type of drastic change that's going to happen. Whether this could be maybe a new focus or maybe some alternate changes or something like that, to where you are now going to be set on the path to success. It doesn't mean that everything that you've done in the past was all for nothing. No. You're going to bring a lot of those lessons, a lot of those tools, a lot of that knowledge with you. But this also indicates that there is going to be some type of change happening to you or happening to the situation, to where now you're going to be on a trajectory to success. Okay? But just know that this is your path. You're meant to take this. Okay? So, I've gone long enough, and I do apologize for that. But keep going, pile number 4. I know it's tough out there, man. It's tough. But keep going in whatever endeavor this is, okay? And if you haven't discovered that yet, this is something that you should definitely take the time to do. But if not, I do feel like this is something that's going to be brought to your attention anyways. But you're not alone. Spirit's going to help you. Okay? So with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining and watching and kicking it with your boy. And I really enjoyed this reading. If you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because you already know it does help the channel grow. But other than that, I hope that you guys have an amazing day, or rest of your day, or rest of your week, whatever the case may be. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.